Well, look at that. I'm actually using it the right way this time, and yeah, that's a lot better. So there we go. I fixed a mistake. All right, so here we are. We picked up a corn harvest contract. Couldn't turn it down for what the price of the contract was going to be for. As you can see here, the contract has us set to earn $12,027. That's in it. That's just, that's the contract price. Hopefully, a little bit extra can be earned from any of a harvest bonus. I will say this. This is the first time I'm harvesting corn. This is kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of fun. Well, hello there everybody, Jairus here. Welcome back to another video. The intro today is starting after the video, but that's okay, I guess. Doesn't hurt to do things a little bit differently sometimes, so that's what we're doing. So today's video, we're gonna be working on our grass once we finish up this corn harvest contract. And we also have a couple things that we need to do over at the homestead in terms of acquisitions in a variety of ways, all in an effort to make things better at the farm and become less reliant on the contracts that are available if we can help it. So I think today it's going to be a really productive day. We've got things to sell, we've got things to buy, so let's get on with it. All right, so here we are back at the shop once again. Today we need to pick up and lease our mowing equipment. So I was trying to decide how I wanted to handle this, and I think I'm just going to just do this by leasing each piece of equipment that I need as far as what we want to use. Obviously, I would want this. I also know that we don't need anything like this right now. I believe I've used this one in the past, so I think we're going to lease this one right here. So we can lease this for $2,677. Now, I'm not going to lease everything that I need right now. We're just going to do this one bit at a time. We're just going to do one piece of equipment at a time. Go ahead and fold this up for an easier transport on the way home. Back to the homestead here. So real quick before we get started, I just want to point this out here. So you can see as we're walking through, see how it's just, the grass is really thick. What'll happen is in like the first month, I believe, it'll tell you that you can harvest this, but it does not look like this. So the best thing to do is to wait to the second month where you have a longer growth cycle. You'll get obviously more out of that. I don't know why it does that. I wish it would just wait until it's at its peak for you to be able to even harvest it in the first place. Because if you don't know that, then you're going to cost yourself a good amount. So we're just looking at the options here. We don't have much with this. You just got to unfold it, lift it or lower it, and then turn it on. There's no additional work modes or anything that are associated with this particular mower. So we'll go ahead here and we will get this mowed. So let's go on up here, select a windrower. And I'm not going to get anything too large. I mean, I would, trust me, I would love to get this Pottinger right here, but we're not going to do that. You know, even this $60,000 windrower, I'm not going to do that. We're just going to go with this one here because, again, trying to save some money. And for the amount of the field, you know, for the size of the field that we have, I don't think this will be too bad. $994 to lease it. Not bad. You know, again, I think this will do the trick. So here we go. So all we have to really do for this is unfold the windrower. And again, we don't have any additional modes or anything like that, so we just have to unfold it, lower it, turn it on, and we're just going to get everything into nice and neat rows here. Or at least as straight as we can get them anyway. So here we are finishing up the last row here. So we still got to run down to the shop and pick up a bale, a round baler. Bale all this up and then wrap it. I'm probably going to buy another field, a larger field that'll get enough off of that alone to where I could then use other fields, these two fields in particular, for other things. And this particular row is looking awfully tall. So we'll turn on automatic bale, and here is our size options. So we have 125 centimeters, 150. There are two options. So we'll just leave it at 125 for right now. And we'll get to baling up the grass. So I did the 125 centimeter bales. I kind of wish I would have done the 150. Missed a little spot here, but no big deal. There's not enough in the baler to get any more additional bales. Again, these are on the smaller side, so we still have a decent amount, although I would be curious as far as the 150 are concerned as to how many we would get, but I'm happy with this number. Next time I'm going to use the 150 size, but definitely okay with it for what we have here. 100% yield bonus, letting it grow all the way. I'm not going to complain about that. So we got to run up to the shop. We have to get the bale wrapper, and that's going to do it for our first. I guess it's still weird to me to call it a grass harvest, but that's exactly what it's going to be. Taking a different way back to the homestead here. All right. Go ahead and turn on automatic drop. Unfold the baler. And here we go. Let's get these wrapped up. I keep looking around and I'm just like, I see all these bales. And I'm just like, man, this is gonna take a bit. Then I realize maybe hopefully there'll be a lot of money to be made here. So other than that missed spot there and, you know, just a couple little spots, we've got bales everywhere here. And the next thing we're going to have to do is get these collected. And frankly, with the number of bales that we have, I think the best thing to do is we're going to have to rent the bale transporter. I think is going to really be, truthfully, the easiest thing to do. The only other thing that I would really want to do right now is get a mod for like auto load and use one of the smaller bale trailers. We're going to lease the base game bale loader in this instance to finish the task here. And then we just have to store this and let it ferment. Then we can go ahead and possibly sell them. We'll go ahead, we'll head up to the shop, we'll get the transporter, and we'll finish this up. And then once we're done that, then I'm going to have to get a roller, and we're going to have to roll this. As you can tell, we have now, our fertilization is down to 50%. So we don't have to replant the grass. But if you roll the grass, again, you'll add another fertilization state or level to this, which will put this back to 100. So probably be best to do that, but we got to get these bales cleared away and get them stored, and then we'll do that next. So, yeah, that's what's next on the plan, and I'll be back with the transporter, and we'll get that all done. So here we are back at the shop once again. We are here so much, but that's okay. So the last thing that we have to do to finish up the work that we've done here on our fields is we have to get a round bale transporter. Now this one here is the one that I have used in the past, and I do really like this. It'll fit up to 24 bales. So we can lease this for $2,575. We're going to go ahead and do that. This is going to make things a lot easier just to be able to get the bales moved, picked up, and transported, especially when we have to go sell them. So we're probably just going to incur a monthly leasing cost for this until we can get these not only moved off the field, because we also have to come back up here once again and get the grass roller when we're done collecting all the bales. But if we have this here, I'll just incur the lease again, the lease cost again, because we're going to have to take the bales that we have and go sell them. So there's no sense in going back and leasing this a second time when we're going to need it again. So it doesn't make sense to do that. Man, look at all these bales that we have. I'm not complaining. Believe me, I'm not complaining at all. So we'll go ahead and pick these up. And our bees are over here producing honey, so that's good. I knock that stop sign over pretty much every time I go around that turn. Okay, so we're able to lease this for $892. Not a terribly expensive piece of equipment, but I'm not buying any equipment right now is because I really don't feel like spending the money at the moment. If it only cost me $892 to lease this, but it cost me $17,000 to buy it, I'm only using it right now 3 times a year. It just doesn't add up for me to buy it. If I end up acquiring other fields and I decide to do grass, you know, where there's a need to have it more readily available, then, you know, versus like going back and doing that, then fine. So rather than get this started in the dark, we'll go ahead and get into the month of November here. And that's how we'll start off the month, is by rolling our freshly harvested grass fields. We have a 75% yield bonus here with a 50% fertilization. Then where we're over here, now we have 100%. Our yield bonus is 97% here. Okay, so I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but I just took out $50,000 in a loan because I just couldn't resist this. The Vulture T series right here is on sale, down $87,000. And here's our stats right here. 210 horsepower. Best part about this will allow for a front loader attachment. So I think it's going to be something that we're going to do here. So we're just going to opt for this, and I'm going to fit this with a different color. We're going to do Southern Orange right there, and we can even customize this a little bit. We can change up the paint type if we wanted to. You can see we have a metallic paint there. I like the look of that. That looks cool. We have the orange there, and then our rim color. If we want to change it up, we can do that. I think that it would look better if it wasn't white. I don't know that I would go that dark with it. Well, we've got this onyx black color with the front load attachment on it. And as far as everything else, I'm gonna leave everything else alone for now. And I think we're gonna put a custom license plate on here too. We're going to put this on there too. All right. So there's our price right there. I took 99. This is going to cost 99,000 with the options that are added on to this. So we got some snow here on the ground. So our bales are all fermented, ready to go. And look at this. We got enough snow in the ground here to create tracks and everything else. Wish we had a plow around here. That'd be nice. Wow. Okay. I had snow, and then as quickly as that was there, it is gone. All right. So what we can do here is go ahead and we'll get these bales picked up. So we've got 24 bales loaded up and ready to get sold here. So if we take a look here at our prices for silage, so the demand is up at the farmer's market. They're selling for $2 less than at the animal dealer. The animal dealer is actually right down the road. So even though demand is down at the animal dealer, I would rather just go there because it's closer. Wouldn't require such a drive. So I think that's what we'll do here. We have this right here, which is one of the reasons that I got a front loader. So as you can see, if we take a look here at the oyster mushrooms, the oyster mushrooms are close to their peak selling month. I really want to wait on that to get the most that we can for that. And as you can see with this, we are almost maxed out for capacity for the oyster mushrooms. So I'm really hoping that I'll be able to get a good price for all of that. That poor stop sign never survives that turn, I'm telling you. I really gotta stop going that way. The township's told me a couple times if I keep knocking it over anymore, they're not gonna be so nice about it, so... I don't know what they're making all the big fuss about anyway. It's not like it's that hard to put it back up. Although I do have a tendency of knocking it over quite a bit. Make our turn down here into the animal dealer. Okay, so we have to deliver, I believe, over here. Okay, this is a pickup. Oh, I think this might be it. Right over here. Okay. Yep. All right, this looks like where this has to get delivered. So let's go ahead and pull forward here. 24 bales of silage. All fermented, all ready to go. And again, I just want to I'm just double checking because I want to make sure I'm pretty sure these are fermented now, all of them. Pigs are just hanging out. All right. So let's go ahead and let's get these unloaded. All right. So we got about a little over $18,000. Take a look at our finances here. And we obviously have the debt that we took out for the tractor. We made $28,000, almost $29,000 with 36 of the smaller size bales. That's how you know you have too many, and they're already spawning in. Okay, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get any more on here. This is pretty vicarious looking anyway. But it is what it is. I mean, it kind of works. I mean, that's not my proudest stack job, but you know what? When we have like 2 crates left of the mushrooms, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I should fit them up there. I feel like that's going to be enough work. But those ratchet straps are really coming in clutch right now. If they break, I'm in trouble. Put $15,000 on the loan of the $50,000. So I unfortunately think our bees are done for the season here. So the kiosk is the highest price right now, $17.81. And the best part about the kiosk is it's right out front. Oh no! Ah, nuts. How heavy are these mushrooms? Jeez. Ugh. Well, now I gotta call somebody with a forklift or something to pick my ass up. Alright, so there we go. We're back in upright. That took a little bit of time. It knocked some time off the day here. The lesson learned, I'm going to go slow. So let's see our situation here. Can we I gotta back this in. I gotta back this in like this, obviously. So we'll go ahead and do that. I shouldn't tip it over in this situation. It should be fine. Should be fine. All right, there we go. All right, $19,000 for that. We still have 2 more crates of mushrooms. All right, so there we go. Additional $4,303. So if we jump over to our finances here, you can see right here for the sold products, $23,627 was what we got from the oyster mushroom sale. Not bad. Again, you know, the greenhouses don't cost a lot, really. I mean, they have their initial cost up front, but as far as keeping them going, it just requires water, which we have on site anyway. What we're going to do is we're going to repay of that $23,000. We'll take $10,000 more dollars. And there we go. We put 10 more thousand on our loan. So we're down to $25,000 for the loan that we have. So we've made some good progress on that. That's going to basically do it here for today. You know, again, good productive day. We sold the oyster mushrooms off, but after the long exhausting day and the temporary having to get the vehicle righted again because I was being an idiot, I think it's deserving of I think I'm deserving of some good sleep at this point. Let's take a look at the honey here. So the kiosk right now is the demand is high for honey right now, even though it is not the peak selling month. We're really not going to lose much. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get the honey sold off here. So again, we don't have to go anywhere. We can literally just load it up real fast. Forgot we need the front loader. I can't even like load up the front loader probably out like running into things. This has been quite the last couple days. Tipping everything over. At least, you know, I know with this, the honey, there's only one full pallet of that. So I'm fairly confident that, you know, get away from that unscathed. Not run into any issues there. All right, there we go. $2,600 for the honey that we did have. I'm not complaining. I just wish we would have had a little bit more honey. With the amount of hives that I had, I was just hoping to get a little bit more. I really do need to just purchase the front loader attachment here. But I guess apparently I have to return it and then buy it again. So, yeah. Probably been spending a lot of money on that one. So I need this one for $8,500 right here. I may as well just buy it because I'm going to end up using it anyway. Okay, I kind of like that. And then we could even like change this up now and give this a metallic finish. Okay, and then we could do the same with this and give this a metallic finish. Township still hasn't put the stop sign back up. Man, they're gonna be so pissed. Oh, they're not gonna be happy with me. But that's okay. I guess, did I take that sign out too? I'm being such a menace. I'm like knocking signs down. It's like, doesn't even matter. It's just what's a street sign? Who cares? Who cares if other people need it? Okay, that is awesome. I love that. Every time I come back from the shop, I keep passing by this. And I just cannot help looking at this property right here and seeing nothing but potential for a lot of grass bales. And I need to make some money. And we have some money saved here. Now, granted, we still have $25,000 left on the loan, but that's easy. We can fix that. You know, we can work that down. I'm not worried about that. We can pay that off easy. Not worried about it. So if we take a look here on the map, see we're here. Field 8 gives us 7.62 acres. So we're going to go ahead and buy this. Okay, there's nothing on it right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to convert this now to grass. So we now own this. So we're going to run down to the shop. And we're going to get the planter. So that's going to do it for today's video here at the farm, here at the homestead. Overall, a good couple productive months. A little bit of a mishap or two. Knocking over street signs, being a menace to the local town. It's all part of a day's work, really, let's be honest. But newly acquired tractor, at least new to us anyway, with additional capabilities, will allow us to do more around the farm. The best part, a newly acquired field, money made with silage bales, and I'm very curious to see how many bales we can get from the new field, and essentially then how much money we can make. We've paid down some of the loan that we took out to buy the tractor, so really can't complain with how everything worked out today. If you're new here, welcome. It's great to have you. Thank you very much for choosing to spend some of your time with me here today, here on the channel. If you like this content, you want to follow along, please feel free to subscribe if you haven't done so. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. But in the next video, we'll be checking out what exactly Field 8 gets us in terms of profits and all of that. And we'll see what else we can get into as well to further expand our operations here at the farm at Riverbend Springs. I really do need to come up with a name. But until next time, my name is Jers. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.